Tom Hanks just tweeted. He and his wife, Rita, are in Australia, okay? They don't feel great. They got tested. They have coronavirus, okay? What to do? Medical officials have protocols that must be followed. We will be tested, observed, and isolated for as long as public health and safety requires. Not much more to it than a one day at a time approach. No, we'll keep the world posted and updated. Take care of yourselves. Hanks. David, no, look, obviously, we're not just worried about celebrities getting sick, but the idea that you got Tom Hanks, who's one of America's beloved celebrities, obviously, and his wife in Australia with coronavirus, already tested, you know, and figuring it out, and they're having rules in place of what they're going to do, tells you two things. One, wow, this could hit anybody. And two, why does he seem so calm about how they're handling it in Australia, and why isn't that echoed back here at home?
Right, and that's the challenge, and that's the challenge for the administration. The president didn't address testing, and the fact that, you know, at my doctor's office, which, you know, has lots of great services, they can't do tests yet. So there is a backlog, and people are going to be watching this, and they're taking all of this in, and they're anxious. And I would say
came as a surprise to people. And how did that play, that move, in terms of this is what we have to do and in this random place where people wouldn't have expected it? And are you getting more testing and more stuff from the Fed? Are you catching up?
Well, you're right. First of all, it was shocking to people. And that is my point. This is not about a foreign virus, whatever that means. It's here. It's community spread. It's much more prevalent than we know. The testing does not reflect what it is. These are not random sample tests. It's because we have no testing capacity. That's why the numbers are low. If you actually had testing capacity, you would see how high the numbers are already. And as we do ramp up testing, you're going to see those numbers go sky high. And if you don't have the American people ready for it, it's going to be a problem. We are way behind on testing. And if you look at the other countries, you look at China, you look at South Korea, you see how they turned that curve. It was with very aggressive testing where they got ahead of it. You had maybe 200,000 tests per day in China, 15,000 tests per day in South Korea. We haven't done 10,000 tests since they've started testing.
Italy is looming large as a model of what not to do. But now they're on lockdown. Do you foresee quarantines like that, societal temporary shutdown like that here as unavoidable?
Well, look, there's only two ways that countries have reduced the numbers: massive quarantine or massive testing. We are not doing the level of testing we need to do, so you're not identifying the positives, so you're not stopping the communication. Quarantine, I don't even think you could get away with in this country what some of these other countries have done. You will see shutdowns, and I think that's one of the things that the president should have talked about tonight. You're going to see closing down of venues, schools, large gatherings, because you don't have an option. You're never going to bring the testing up to capacity in time. We're going to try, we're going to scramble, but it's not going to happen.